Alright guys, welcome back. As you can see here, I have a piece of the water pump. I've dismantled it. I'm going to try and clean it up a wee bit. It's quite grubby in there, as you can see. So I've just got some kerosene here in an old baking tray. I've got a couple of brass brushes here, and I'm just going to I'm just going to sort of do it with this. See if it see what the result is. I reckon it'll come up pretty good. But the thing is that you can't. I mean, the back part of this here, you're not really going to see it anyway. Because it's going to be in behind the. It's going to be in behind the frontal housing part. But still, I'm going to take the grime off it anyway, clean it all up, and I mean, I've got a little kind of blasting cabinet over there, and I could do that, but I don't really want all that to get in round. There's wee sealing all there. Don't really want all the grit or the microfiber glass beads or any of the medium that I would be using to get in round all that. So no, I'm just giving it a wee. Just giving it a wee clean up here, and I mean, I can see it coming up. I can see it coming up pretty good already. So and then the other thing is here, I'll take this camera off here, and you can see here. Look, I've been restoring the part of the alternator here, restoring the alternator. That's the frontal part of the water pump, and I'll be doing the starter as well. So just tidying all this here up a wee bit, and hopefully I can get those on. All right. All right, so I got all the necessary parts that I wanted refurbished. I was just making these tapered bolts. These ones here are stainless steel. I just turned them there on the lathe from stainless steel, normal stainless steel cap head bolts. Normally you use titanium, but for these here, for the starter motor, or sorry, for the alternator, I decided to use stainless steel. The rest of the bolts are all that I have, all the fittings are all titanium. These are the ones for the water pump, and you'll notice here I had a search for this one. This is although it's an M6 bolt, like those ones there have all got a standard like 8mm head for them, but this one here is a 10mm head. That's for the little drain plug there, and also did the same when it came to the starter ones. They're titanium, but they've got a 10mm head. That is just to mimic what the same as the stock ones. So did my best to mimic them. So as I say, there's all the bits, all completely refurbished, restored as best I can. I was tidying up this water pump here earlier, and yeah, that's as good as I want it to be, and obviously the front of it, and then there's little push drives and everything for the alternator, little dampers, O-rings, all the bits and bobs, and so just on the starter, obviously cleaned all that up, repainted this frontal part of it here as clean as new. And like I was saying in one of my other videos, you see that part of the starter motor, those two nuts there, whenever you're tightening on the lead, you really need to use a thin spanner in there, because you know, my previous starter motor, so whoever had owned it at one stage used just this top nut to tighten, and that twisted something within there and dislodged it, and then it wrecked the starter motor on me. I kept getting this click and wondering what was wrong, but it was actually that. So you really need to restrain this bottom nut while you're tightening the top one. But anyway, that's that all sorted out. Water pump all sorted out, all sorted out, and the alternator and cap and all, you know. So anyway, we'll just get these here assembled and fit it. All right, guys. So there's another wee thing here I just want to do before I put the alternator back, and that is there's three wee nuts that the you know, the cap of it fits together with. Now you can put these on, but I don't really want that flange part there to chew up the paint or anything, so I'm going to make a few wee three wee sort of washers, and I've got this material here. This is actually from the time whenever I used to be a builder, and this is called high load felt. It's let me see, it's about just about 1.9 millimeters thick. This one here is slightly thicker, I think. It's about 1.25 millimeters thick. It you know, so you know, I mean, it's smooth, and it's quite tough, you know. And but so I'm gonna make wee washers, back-end washers out of that. I've done that regularly, as you can see here, you know, with other projects. And I've got this tool here, and I'll just show you it. So the diameter of that, just zero that, the diameter of that is, as you, well, bring this right here, the diameter of that, as you can see, is a bit below 11 or a bit below 12 millimeters. So I can pick this one here, which is 12 millimeters, and then the size of it, you know, is 4.25. So I can pick either a 4 or a 6 millimeter, you know, center for it. I might pick the 4 millimeter one because it's nice and tight, and all you do with the like of that is you just screw that on there like that. Okay, and then you put that one over the top like that. It's hard to see it in the light there, isn't it? Yeah, so there you are, and then you simply punch out your washer, and I'll do that now. All right, I normally have like a cutting mat there, but I just can't seem to put my hand on it now at the minute. It'll probably turn up whenever I'm not looking for it. I'll just use this one here. This is a slightly thinner one, I think, and I'll just yeah, I'll just punch out a couple of these washers, let you see what they're like whenever you do it. You just put it on there like that. There you go, that's one. There it is, and then you just put the wee center out of it, like that. There's your wee washer. Okay, that wee washer is a perfect back-end washer for that. See that? I'd need to try it on the thing to see if I've got, you know, the hole is a 4mm, just to see if it's big enough. But I'll cut another one here, and then I'll do another two with the 6mm center, just to while I'm here. Oh, I need to do 3 actually. So there's another one. 3. Okay. There you go. That's the 3 there. Just take that center out of that. And then I'll put a 6mm one in. Just sort of to where is it? There. I have a funny feeling that might be a wee bit too big, but I'll punch them out anyway with it. Nice that there's a 5mm one, but there's not. It's either 6 or 4. There you are. There's 3 of the ones with a 4mm hole and 3 of the ones with a 6mm hole, and it's the same for the nut there. And then what I'll do is I'll try those on. Okay, so we'll just set this on here and see what happens. That just goes on there like that. That's it there. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. These wee back-end washers, that's the 4mm ones there. Now, and that's the 6mm ones. Maybe the 6mm ones, after all is said. Hole's a wee tiny bit sloppy, but anyway. Where is it? Got it on. Where's my nut? There. And then the last one is there. All right. And then that one. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so those 3 there, I don't need. And then the only other thing for that is this this big O-ring. Just put it on there, and that's it. I'll be putting a wee drop of oil or grease around that before I put that in. But there you go. That's my alternator there. So that's it. Ready to fit. Okay. Okay then. So we'll do the water pump here. Now there's this big O-ring to go round, and as you can see here, I've got this red rubber grease, but I'm not really a big fan of it. To me, it's very, very sticky and gooey, and You know, I'm, you know, I mean, it's like, goodness, it's like strawberry jam. I'm just going to use some just normal grease to go into here and just put a wee drop around that wee groove there and put the O-ring in, you know. I mean, I just it's all right, that other stuff, but my goodness, it's each to their own, each to their own. I'll just put certain way that goes in. As you can see, there's a wee kink in it there. That's the way it goes there. Just goes like that. All right. So that's that. And then that obviously, you know, that obviously just goes on there like that. Just make sure that that's all fully seated. There's nothing popped out there. Maybe put an wee drop of grease around it. Just there. I always like to do that there so that it seats nicely, you know. All right, okay. That's that. Now you see we've got a selection here of titanium screws here, but these two, this one goes in here, and this one goes in here. Right, where's that? I always like to use the, you know, the ratchet screwdriver with the that wee attachment on the end of it there that you can replace, you know, for whatever different sizes, you know. But anyway, that's that. Now, these two long ones here, those are for actually, you know, mounting it in place. So you've got, you know, this hook here, which is where various you know, cables will pass through, so that goes there. The other long screw goes there like that, you know, for fitting it. So I'll not worry about fitting them in yet. This one here, there's a pipe, you know, there's a coolant pipe that goes in there, so I'll just put it in there just to sort of keep it right. Set that stuff out of the way. This here is for your bleed screw, which is the one that has the bigger you know, it's a 6mm thread, but it's got like a 10mm hexagon nut. And I'll just I mean, I have a selection here of little copper washers here. So I'll pick a suitable one for it, which is this. Okay, and then that'll go in there. That's your bleed screw there. Now obviously that all needs tightened up, you know, with a 10mm socket. You've got this wee seal that, you know, as I say, there's another pipe that goes in there, copper pipe that goes in there. Just put a wee drop of grease on that. You know, don't like to go bananas with it. Just put it in, keep it in there and keep it safe. Where is it? That's it in there out of the and then when the other pipe goes in, it obviously seals against there. And this, there's a wee tab on it there, and this screw keeps that in close, in tight. There's another O-ring to go around here. Just put a drop of grease on that. All right, that just goes on there like that, and just locates into that there. I'll put a drop of grease around that as well, because that's where that enters into the engine. And this wee slot here that drives the impeller, you can see it moving around inside, that locates into a tang on the side of the oil pump, and that's where that locates into. And then, as I say, that will go like that in your engine, and then that goes in there like that, and then that there, that's what holds it. So that's that done. Okay, just set that to the one side. Don't need any more of those copper washers. The starter motor. Now the starter motor, I've already reassembled it, so there's no point in showing you anything to do with that. That's all been refurbished. It's really just this O-ring that goes around there. So we'll put a good drop of grease in around there, and this O-ring, it goes on there like that there. Put another drop of grease around that. So that's that. And there's the two screws for it. There and there. So here's the alternator, and like I was saying there, I'm going to put a bit of grease around that there as well, because that's where that enters again into the engine. All right. And there's the various bits and bobs for that. Move that out of the way. So there you are. That's your that's your three components we're going to fit. Okay, so we'll start off with the water pump first. Do you see that wee tang there? That's on the edge of the oil pump, and that has to engage in that groove in the shaft of the water pump. So we're trying to kind of line it up, but let's see. So we would be there, so I think that maybe needs to go that way a wee bit. Try and get it. Let me see now. It's hard to know. You're kind of guessing it. Maybe a wee bit more. Let us see now if I can get that pushed in. That's it. Perfect. Perfect. That one there, like I was saying, with the you know, the cable hook on it, that goes in there, and then the other one goes in there. So we'll just nip those up. Those are, like most of these kind of 6M6 screws, are all just 9.8 Newton meters. So that's where that goes there. All right, so that'll go like that. Hopefully that, usually them things want to sort of twist around on you. 9.8, which is here. That's that. That one. I'll maybe have to get a wee extension for that other one. That wants to turn that round a wee bit on me. So I'll compensate by moving it like that and then do it. That's it. That's it. Maybe needs to go around with another wee bit. I got a wee extension on that to do that one at the back. That's that. And then, as I say, that one there's the bleed screw, and this one here's for your wee pipe. All right. So, what's next? We'll do the starter. Okay, so the starter's next. You see those splines on that? Those have to engage in that there, that gearing there, and obviously that goes in and seals in there. So let's get it done. Okay, so let's get this fitted here. That just goes in like that, and then that there just is supposed to go in there like that. That's it, that's it. And then those two wee screws go in there and there. Where are we? That one. And that one. So we're trying to get that in without that scraping anything. And that there is not an 8mm, that's a 10mm. Let me get a wee 10mm thing. On my screwdriver. That's what I say, that's why I like those wee bits there, because they're so slimline. All right, that's that. So those are 11 Newton meters. That's that. And no scrapes or marks or anything. Everything's perfect. All right. Right, last thing is this alternator. All right, so let's just fit this alternator now. We'll start by putting a drop of grease around there and there. All these little veins on it here. We'll put some grease in there. And we'll put some grease on the dampers or push drives themselves, and they go in like that. Can you see that? Okay, like that there. That little part there goes over that vein like that, like that. Each of those goes in the same way, right? Just like that there. Where are we? There. Okay. Last one. There you go. And just put a wee bit of, I'll just put a wee bit of grease in there, you know, because that's where the veins of my alternator will be fitting into. Okay, so just let's get this put back into place again. And as I say, I have grease around there and around there. I've also got grease around that opening and around where the O-ring and everything is. And it's just something there I wanted to say, and that is this part here. Sometimes you would get a weird rattling sound coming from your engine, and you'd wonder where on earth is it coming from. And it could well be that, and it has happened on a number of occasions, where this is actually loose. There is a slappiness there with that, even though the nut is tight and thread locked in. But and sometimes what has actually happened is the nut has been tightened in, but this hasn't been fully seated while that has happened. And so what you've got to do is you've got to take your alternator out. You've got to hold this tightly, take the nut out, re-thread lock it, put it back in again and tighten it up, so that whenever that's fully seated, that there is no movement and no noise or anything. So anyway, that's that. Let's just get this put into place. Hopefully I can, it'll go in there where it's aligned up, and we'll just push it fully home. That's it. Perfect. That's it in place. So the bolts here that I have machined, they have to have a thread lock on them there. So I'll just put some on, non-permanent stuff, some blue thread lock there, and the other two. Okay, and the last one. Right, it's away down in underneath that third one. It's way in there. Now, I'll just tell you about this little extension piece I'm using. I've seen people just use, you know, a normal 3/8 by 6mm hexagon drive here to get those tightened up or loosened or whatever the case is. But you see, but the body of this is quite thick. Now that's a wobble one, but still, the edge of that wants to contact the edge of that. If you use that, you know, when you're putting that in, that will contact the edge of that and scrape it, you know. So I tend to avoid to using anything like that there, no matter whether it's on a wobble type extension or a conventional straight one. Instead, I have these here. Bought these. These are you know what, they're about 120mm long, and this one here with this adapter means that I can put it in there, and I've got adequate clearance there, that whenever that's in, that's not you know, that's not going to make any you know, it's not going to come into contact with the body of that in any way and cause any marks on it, you know, while that's being tightened up, you know. So that's just a wee tip for anybody there that you you know, it's very annoying, you know, when you take your uh, your your alternator out and you say, oh, I don't like that scrape on it, if you're fussy at all like me. So anyway, these are torqued to 25 Newton meters, which is quite, there you go. And the last one is down in underneath there. That's perfect. I'll get a nice wee cloth and wipe all that and make sure that that is absolutely just perfect there. So there you go. I'm more than happy with that. Now obviously, you know, whenever the you know, the engine goes in, this wire will be routed up, you know, where it's to be in there and all, you know, probably in underneath there. But we'll not be overly fussy about that at the minute until we see what's going on. But that's that. So more than happy with all that there. So as you can see, it's coming on well, and the bottom part is done. Just really needs the ready now for the cylinder head. Okay, guys, great to have you along. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you did enjoy it anyway. I assumed you did. And just as they say, and as I'm going to say, stay tuned for the next one. Okay, bye-bye now.